JJ the CPA here. I got one question for you. Who's down with PPP? Yeah, you know me. Who's down with PPP? Everybody. So guess what? Here's why I'm doing that. It's exciting. It's fun. I know we're in a crisis, and many of us that are getting that money, we're waiting on it, right? But at the same time, it's going to feel good to have some money hit the bank. And we are going to be feeling a little better. And we're going to look around, and I don't want you to forget when you start scrambling, like, well, I got to pay this and I got that. Because PPP is for payroll. It's for the interest on your business loans. It's for utilities. It's for rent. It's for the employer match. It's for health insurance. And oh, did I mention? Yeah, it's for payroll. So there are some banks that have recommended to set up a separate account, a couple of law firms that have been tuning in and commenting when I go live. And, you know, that's a way to go. I mean, from the standpoint that the money would be sitting there, you would only be using it for PPP purposes. But I want to make sure you know that it is okay that when you get those funds, you put it in the operating account. You want to make sure, though, that you're realizing, before you know it, you're realizing that that's there for those main purposes of rent, utilities, payroll, health insurance. You're just making your regular payments, and in essence, part of that, the interest, will be help offset that. Your state unemployment tax. So it's not a huge category. The other thing to remember is you got approved, which was easy. You got the money, which should be easy. You put the money in your account, and now you have it to pay these expenses. So one of the things that you might consider is that when you're now looking at your expenses, okay, put them in two categories, whether it's up here, whether it's on your desk, but the category is, this is what's getting paid by PPP, and this is what's getting paid by my money, okay, or by money I'm borrowing. And if you separate it in your mind or physically, I think that will help you realize, okay, this is going to be covered by some PPP, okay? But over here, I got to still cover this stuff. Because once the money hits, and don't get me wrong, I don't mean like any of us would be doing this in a way that would be bad, so to speak. But when the money hits, right, you got 8 weeks, and maybe we have another extension of having to stay in the house or whatever, it can become easier to go, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and use that to pay for this, or I'm going to use this to pay for that. So inside the law, it does make it clear that you're getting these funds for those purposes and those purposes alone. So in those 8 weeks, you need to look at it as you are handling the government's money. It's not yours, okay? And it's there to pay these expenses. So you pay those expenses. And for a lot of clients, it's like, you know, mine is going to get eaten up by that easy, right? So you're there. Now, there are some that maybe you're high on the payroll, but you don't have a lot of those other expenses. So the thing to remember is that in those 8 weeks, okay, it can go to payroll, okay? And then if you get to the end of the 8 weeks and you didn't have all the expenses that reached 100% of the amount that you got, then you're in a circumstance where then that's what you owe back. And there are some caveats at the end, and it's going to be better to just do separate videos, and we're going to wait a little bit, make sure we get all the rules when it comes to head count and dollars spent as it relates to forgiveness there at the tail end. But from my perspective, it's going to be ensuring that while it may feel like, you know, you want to put sunglasses on, boom, boom, yeah, oh yeah, got some money, here we go. It's okay to feel that way because it's the relief, right? But it's not time to go out to eat, you can't, right? It's not time to get a new pair of shoes, right? It's not time to do any of that stuff. What it's time to do is deep breath, because now you got those things taken care of. Help you relax, make some other decisions. These are the big expenses. You know, when this first was going down on my website, my community service website, jjthecpahelp.com, I have a survival guide in there. And one of the things that it was is, what is your cash position going to be in 3 weeks? And then what are some things that you can do now to preserve cash? So know this, we're not out of it yet. 8 weeks is a long time. Think of where we were 8 weeks ago, right? Anything like this. So 8 weeks is a long time. You want to keep it there. You want to use it for its purpose. When the 8 weeks is up, then it's, okay, I didn't use it all, so here's what I need to pay back. You can pay it back basically now. Then, I'm not sure how you would do that. I guess you'd walk into your banker and say, boom, didn't spend this. Or you're going to owe it. And you're going to owe it over 10 years at 1%. And the payments are deferred 6 to 12 months. But remember this, at the end, you are going to need to substantiate what you spent your money on to someone that is otherwise known as a bank examiner, which means they're a wonderful person, but their job there is to verify the information like an NFL, NBA, or MLB ref ump, okay? So at the end of the day, I'm saying it is time to feel good and feel some relief, but know there's a specific purpose for those dollars and you want to maintain that. And when the 8 weeks is up, then you can make decisions other than the payroll, the rent, the utilities, etc. All right, hey, let's feel good about the relief that's coming. That's what it's meant. And then we're going to get through this. All right, hey, if you would, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me.